Hello friends, welcome to next tutorial in CATIA V5. So in this particular tutorial, we shall be seeing the third part of the part design module. That is, in this particular tutorial, we'll be covering the rib and the slot features in the part design. Friends, to know more about these features and also why the features of the negative operation like the slot is not used in industrial design, please stay tuned with this tutorial. Friends, let's begin with the tutorial now. Before we start with the tutorial, I request you to please subscribe to this YouTube channel if you have not yet subscribed. Click the bell icon for the latest notification of the videos on this YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and like our Facebook page, Mechanical Engineering Tutorials. The links are in the description below. So friends, let's begin with the tutorial. Friends, now let us switch to the CATIA interface. So friends, this is the CATIA interface. As soon as you double click the CATIA icon and you open the software. So for the part design, we go to Start, Mechanical Design, Part Design. And as we click the part design, the dialog box appears. So here you can give the part number, that is here, or the part name here, or later you can change it in the properties. So I just click OK, and once I click OK, I am into the part module or the part design workbench. Friends, as per the industry standards, we will be not working on these three planes, that is the default X, Y, Y, Z and ZX planes. So I hide these planes. The next step is to insert a geometrical set and rename this as construction, because the reference elements like the point, lines and planes will be inserted in this geometrical set. Now I'll insert a point. So here I can choose the coordinates of this point. So in this particular case, I'll choose this as the origin 0, 0, 0 and say OK. Next step, in place of these three reference planes, I need to insert the axis system. So insert axis system, and here it asks for the origin. I have to click on this point which I have inserted earlier and say OK, and the axis system is inserted. So by default, the axis system will be parallel to the compass over here. That is, this y-axis will be parallel to this y-axis, this z-axis will be parallel to this z, and this x-axis will be parallel to this x over here. Friends, in this tutorial, we shall be seeing this particular operation, that is the rib and the slot operation. So to perform these operations, we need to have a base plate present or a base pad present. So first, let us create that pad operation. So I insert a body, and once I insert the body, there is automatically an underline coming below that body. So that means you are already defined that body. Go to position sketch, click on this XY, say OK, and here we create a rectangle so that a plate can be created. So this rectangle, I need to first give the geometrical constraints. So I go here and say symmetry. The geometrical constraint horizontally is given. Now the vertical geometrical constraint I have to give by selecting the horizontal axis and the horizontal sides. Go to geometrical constraints, say symmetry. OK. Then I have to give the dimensional constraints. So I click on this dimension. So this dimension I'll give, say this I want it as 150. Then next, this one I'll give, and here I'll say this as 300. So 300 by 150, a rectangle is created. To check whether this sketch is constrained or not, go to the sketch solving status, and here it is ISO constraint. So you are confirmed that your sketch is constrained. So just exit the sketch and you come back to the part modeling workbench. Go to pad command, give the pad, say this, you can give it as 25, and a 25 mm thick pad is done. So already we have seen this pad operation, so you can refer to the video on how to perform the pad operation, and as well as we have discussed the shaft operation. So both the video links will appear in the top right corner as the YouTube iCard, so you can refer those videos by clicking the links from the YouTube iCard. So the next step is that I'll assemble this body with the part body. So in the part body, this body is assembled. Now on this body, I have to create the feature of rib. So basically the rib feature is used whenever we are creating the stiffeners or when you are inserting the ribs for any component, so that the strength of the component can be increased. So again, I go to insert body, say OK, and as soon as the body is inserted, I can create my rib feature in this body. So basically for the rib feature, when I click on this, two things are required, that is a profile and a center curve. So center curve is similar to a guide curve, that is the profile will be extruded along the center curve which we give. So now I have to create a profile. Suppose I want a rib on this top surface of this pad, I need to have a profile perpendicular to this top surface at this position. But I cannot make use of this surface of the pad as my reference to create that sketch, but instead I should have a plane at this position. So I'll again define this geometrical set, go to plane operation, now that is plane command, select the offset from the plane. There are various other options through which you can insert a plane. So I create the offset from a plane. So offset from this plane at a distance of 150, because the total length is 300, and from this plane will be at a distance of 150, that is half of 300, because YZ plane is in the center over here. Once this plane is inserted, I define this body by right clicking and say define. Go to position sketch, click on this plane, say OK, and here I'll create the sketch for which the rib has to be inserted. So in this case, I'll create a normal square, you can say. So first I'll give the geometrical constraints. So first constraint I have given is symmetry. Next, this one I'll give this as 10 mm. This length I'll give it as say 40 mm, and this length also, once I give it as 40 mm, a square has been created, and this will be ISO constraint. So always cross check whether this is ISO constraint or not. Once ISO constraint, say exit this. Now the sketch is created. Next I need to create a center curve, and here the center curve will be not the part of this body, but rather it will be a reference element. So the center curve has to be created in this geometrical set. So I define this geometrical set, go to position sketch, click the exit plane, reverse, swap H and V, then reverse H and say OK. Now here I'll create a straight line whose length will be say 300 mm. So also I'll give this dimension to this. This is at 50 mm and 300 mm. So exit this sketch. Now this sketch will be the center curve, and this sketch will be the profile. Now again I will define this body in which the rib command has to be executed. So I'll click on this rib. It will ask for the profile. So this is the profile and this is the center curve, and say OK. The rib is already placed. So now this body, I'll right click, say assemble it with the part body, and here the rib will be placed. Now, suppose I want to create a slot. One method is I can create a slot over here using this slot command, or else I can create a rib and I have to make use of Boolean operation. So I'll just Control Z this operation, that is whatever assembly I have done, I'll undo it. Now this is a separate body. So right click on this body and say remove over here from the Boolean. The slot has been created. Now the same slot, instead of a rib, it can be created with the slot command. But we need to observe the sign over here. So here the operation is material removal, that is a slot has been done, but using a material addition command and a Boolean material removal command. But if you see this body, there is a plus sign on this body. Again I'll say Control Z, that is this remove operation is done. Now instead of this rib, I'll delete this rib. So I'll uncheck this delete aggregated element, otherwise my sketch will also get deleted. So say OK. Now the sketch remains. I'll now click on the slot. Again it will ask for the profile. I'll give the profile. Guide curve or the center curve is this. Say OK. A rib is created, but when I say remove this one from the part body, you get the similar slot done. But if you see here, there is a negative sign on this body. So I cannot zoom this more. This is the maximum zoom I can have on the history tree. So you can see here there is a minus sign on this body tree. So this indicates that though there is an operation done over here, and suppose a tool has to be manufactured for this particular component, the slot feature will not be reflected in the software of the tool maker, and hence the slot cannot be incorporated in the tool. If you want the slot to be incorporated in the tool, then this body should have a plus symbol, like how this particular body is having that similar plus symbol. So to have this plus symbol, we should make use of material addition command, that is the rib, and not the slot, and hence the slot is not used in the industrial design procedure. So I'll just undo this. I'll delete this slot. Uncheck this delete aggregated element, otherwise the sketch will also get deleted. Say OK. I'll go to now the rib, select the sketch, select the guide curve, say OK, and this particular body I'll remove it from the part body, and now we have this same slot operation done, but with a positive sign over here. Friends, here what we have done is we have used the center curve as a straight line, but we can also make use of the center curve as a curve also. So what I'll do is, instead of editing this sketch, I will again define this particular geometrical set. I'll go to position sketch. This time I'll select the XY plane. So reverse H, reverse V, say OK. And here I'll create a spline. So what is a spline? So spline is a curve you can create the way you want or the way you desire. Clear? Now I'll just exit the sketch. So this rib, if you see, sketch 3, that is the straight line, was the center curve. But instead of sketch 3, now I will give this spline and say OK. And now once I give OK, so the remove command is causing the problem here, so don't worry, I'll close this. So I'll just define this body to show you. Now here what has happened is the same rib now follows the curve which you have given. So only for this particular concept, I just change the sketch support or the support for that particular rib operation to the curve which I have inserted. So though there have to be some modifications done, otherwise this remove command will not work. So hence I'll not go much further. So I just showed you how different curves can be given for different rib operations to be done over here. So I'll just undo this and we will have this particular operation done. So this one I'll hide it. This reference plane also I'll hide it because I don't want it to be seen on my drawing. So now here this is the final part which has been done. Friends, as I told you, we can change the name over here. So I right click on that part name and say go to properties. So as soon as I click on the property tab for this particular 3D model will open up. So once this opens up, so here you can click on the various tabs. So when I click on the product, I can give the part number. If I click on this mass tab, this will show me what is the density based on the material I choose here, what will be the volume, what will be the mass of this object, everything will be coming over here in this mass tab. From the graphics, I can change the color of this particular part. And here, as I said, in the product tab, I can give the part number, and in the color management, this is not much used. So I'll just close this. I'll right click on the part body and again go to its properties. A similar tab opens up. So here in this feature properties, I can give the name for this feature. Also in the graphics, I can go and change the color for this feature. Say I want green, say apply it. Now this has become green in color. Is that clear? So this way I can change the color of my part the way I want. So friends, in this tutorial, we have seen the rib command, we have seen the slot operation. So in these three parts, we have covered the pad, pocket, the shaft, groove, the rib and slot. So in next tutorial, we shall cover the feature operation, that is we shall see the hole operation, then we shall see the fillet operation, we shall see the chamfer operation, the draft and the shell. So these can be covered in a single tutorial, so that we shall be seeing in the next tutorial. So friends, that's all for today in this tutorial. If you have understood the procedure for designing the rib and slot, please like and share this video with your friends. If you have any doubts regarding these, please feel free to put a comment in the comment section below. That's all friends for this in this tutorial. Thank you very much. Please show your support by subscribing to our channel, follow us on Twitter, Instagram and like our Facebook page. That's all friends. Have a good time. Thank you very much.